Resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Set. 60 or.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They run with Barkley on first down, and he gets about 5 out of it. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Steelers.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Get it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
10-2, sir.
Number 53, Mike 53. Back to run. He's coming.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Stays on his feet. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 53, Mike.
Hey, echo.
53 to Mike.
Echo.
They'll set up a throw. He may try and run for this. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Hey, box truck. 5.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive.
weapon.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Check.
Bravo.
Hey, check.
Off play action. Jones. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Jones. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Jalen Hurd, the the play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Check 53. We want this.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Greystone travel. Roll out.
Check 3, check 2.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Here we go. Set. 60 or.
Get your swarm on.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 3, Mike.
Right. Let's go.
Now Jones, off play action. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Get it.
Jones operating from the gun. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
On the ready. 61, matchbox lights.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 now. 4
Hey, exit. Say go.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up?
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Hakeem Butler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and through, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. On 2nd down, Barkley. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB. He's going to air one out.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Set up, 8, read.
Check, 53, Mike. Target.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
50, plant, pilot, 64, weak.
Check 24, watch 24.
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Hey, Sam on.
Let's go.
On second down, it's Pollard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brings up third and
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On now is the Titans punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Come on,
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Cooper was the target there. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Cooper again the target. And now it's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Darius Slayton in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. And he is going to get this close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the Titans' 35.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, shoot. Check.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 38, Jones. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Throwing Jones. He's going to wind up in air, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Switch. Check it.
Hard.
On 2nd down now, Pollard. And down he'll go at the 25. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Jones now on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. This is Butler making the catch. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Bandit.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Back now in Nashville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Set. 30 base.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. 0-0, Mike Free.
Get up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Haywood. Be crippled.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This is taken at the 18. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First down, Steelers.
Let's go.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Let's go.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
By under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Catanzaro's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
General West.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Leo. There.
36-yard line.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's got a first down and then some in midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Check three.
What? Squeeze. Snap.
On first down, Pollard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw, deep depth. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. On 3rd down, Barkley. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got him in. Complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now the try here for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly.